Saludos and welcome to No More Chichos. It's been a minute, so let's jump right in it. Today we're going to be continuing our series, Cocinera tu jefa de la cocina, by talking about our pantry. If you're new to the video or the series, the Cocinera tu jefa de la cocina series is basically a rundown on how to be the boss of your own kitchen, starting with basic tips all the way to boss-ass moves. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 things that I think every pantry should have in stock at all times. So let's jump right to it. Your pantry is like your toolbox. It has all the essential tools that you need to get started in the kitchen. However, just like any other toolbox, you don't necessarily need the best, fanciest new tools. You just really need the basics to get you going. Today, we're going to be talking about the things that I love to keep in my pantry all the time. So let's get to it. I say that every pantry should be stocked with rice. I think about all the different kinds of rice that there are and all the many uses that rice can have. I think it's important to have a mix between whole grain rice and regular white rice so that you get a mix of all the nutrients that you need. Rice can be used not just for plain white rice, but you can pair it with many veggies to round out your meal, and it's also really delicious. And if you're sick, white rice can also be very smooth on your tummy and the tummies of your pets if you have any. Canned tomatoes is one of my favorite things to have in the pantry at all times. I love to have them for quick recipes like chilies or soups, and I also use them sometimes when I'm being very lazy and throw them in with some rice and have a tomato rice dish or a vegetable-based tomato dish. This is easy cooking because you get your veggie count for the day and you also get your grain count for the day, but you don't really have to do much chopping or measuring or anything. If you have the option between regular canned tomatoes and fire roasted canned tomatoes, I suggest you go fire roasted because they add a nice extra level of heat that is really fun. The next pantry staple I recommend is oats. Now, I know what you're thinking, oats, how cliche, but hear me out. Oats can be used, yes, for oatmeal, yes, for overnight oats, but it can also be ground up for flour if you don't have any, and it can also be used in different baking recipes. Think oatmeal bread or oatmeal raisin cookies. And my favorite tip of all is that you can throw a handful of oats in your smoothies, and now you have a smoothie that'll hold you over for much longer because it has some whole grains in it. Beans, beans, beans. What can I say about beans? I love beans. I think it's important to have a mix of dried beans as well as canned beans. Canned beans, they're great for rounding out your meal, and they're a plant-based protein that you can use in all of your meals. To add beans inside of salads, soups. Doesn't matter the bean, as long as you have a bean in your pantry, I'm sure you can whip up a delicious meal with it. My favorite beans to have canned are chickpeas and black beans. Black beans I love to throw into different things like quesadillas, burritos, alongside some veggies for a nice corn salsa. The possibilities with black beans are endless. And chickpeas I like to have to cook with some potatoes to have like a nice curry dish, or to blend up to make falafels. And then the last thing that I recommend every pantry have at all times is canned seafood. Canned seafood is a quick, cheap protein that can be stored in the cabinets for quite some time and can really help you out when you are in a bind. Some of my favorite canned seafoods to have are tuna, salmon, and on occasion, sardines. All 3 of these can be cooked and seasoned with different flavors and paired with different grains like pasta, rice, and even bread. Having a variety of canned seafood ensures that you're getting a mix of healthy nutrients. And that's pretty much it. 5 things that I recommend every pantry have all the time to help make a meal in a dash. Let me know in the comments if there's a pantry staple that I missed that you keep in your house. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video where we talk about 5 things that you should keep in your spice cabinet. Toodles! Not toodles, not toodles. Adios!